Hey guys, welcome to Comfy Cozy Up. So this week, finally getting to do a reading vlog. Last week I took the week off. I needed me time. I need some self-care. It was a whole lot going on. It's very stressful, and I just could not film. I just found myself, I attempted twice, and then I was like, yeah, this is just not gonna work for me. So I did a vlog post on it where I had to use some breathing technique to cope with a lot of stuff. Maybe one day I can discuss, how to handle stress when you're in an environment that is not healthy. But for now, check out that blog post. It's just how certain yoga breathing technique that I'm able to use even sitting in my car or in my office that really helps to calm you and relax you, and it's just a great way to handle stressful moments or things that's happening. So there we go with that. I did read some books last week, did finish some. I just didn't record anything, but those books I would discuss in either a blog post or I would just have it in the wrap-up when I'm the wrap-up for the month. But for this week, it's a book I wanted to finish today because the book comes out today. Didn't work out that way, guys. So that is The Son of Mr. Suleman by Eric Jerome Dickey. Now this is the author that passed away back in January, and I did a video when I did my vision board, and I talked about his books and his influence on my reading, because I've read quite a few books, especially the late 90s, early 2000s, and I had owned quite a few of his books. And I followed him over the years, and I reviewed some of his book. The last couple of books, some have been hits, some have been misses. But I was very excited when the publisher reached out to me and wanted to know if I wanted the advance copy. Of course, I was not going to resist, but I didn't expect it to be this kind of chunker. It's over 500 pages, guys. So I could not finish it for today. So I'm halfway in, so definitely I will be doing the finishing this book in this reading vlog and give you my opinion. But from what I've read so far, so basically this is a man, his name is Suleman, and he is a professor, a black professor at a university in Memphis, Tennessee, and he's surrounded by colleagues who are racist. He's also surrounded by students. Sorry about that, guys. He's also surrounded by students who expect him to give them a certain grade because of their expectation of him as a black professor. He also has a situation that he's being blackmailed by a woman who is married to a judge. She's a white woman, and she knows her privilege. She knows her ability to destroy him, and she's using it in all aim because she wants him. Okay, she just wants the man's penis. That's it. And she's willing to do whatever, and using the Monica Lewinsky situation. Yeah, that's happening in this book. And then he has this passionate affair that he wants this woman. She is a British woman who just come in town and escaping something. He doesn't know what she does for a living, but she lives in a very nice home. And he's very intrigued by her, and their sexual chemistry is just there in the book. But it just seemed like things always follow him. He has a relationship with his mom, his sister. It's the guys, they're entertaining as hell, especially his mom. And he is now learning that his father was ill, who was trying to reach out to him, but his father, he does not have a relationship with his father because his father and his mom were that very controversial situation. She was a teen. He was a man in his 20s that was married, having an affair with a teen, and that's how he came about. So he's never really quite forgiven his father, plus his father at the time was a well-known author who kind of, did the no-no. And he's like that cult favorite writer that everybody loves, and his passing is like a big headline news. And he doesn't want to undo his father, but his father wants to somewhat correct his wrong or something. Don't know quite yet, because I'm not really deep into what his father really wants from him. And so that's where I'm at now in this story. And he at the funeral, so we're gonna find out. So what I would say about this book, for a book that is 500-some pages, every chapter there's something juicy happening. Every chapter there's something to keep your attention. He definitely aim to keep your attention in this hefty long book. What I would say about Pi as a character, he is that woke black man that says all the right things but still has all these negative things that keep following him. And not necessarily by his choice, it's just more of he attracts that kind of energy. But as the story goes on, we'll see how some of those things that's happened to him is going to eventually affect him. You know, the man is so like not having it to the point he wants to own a gun. He wants to protect himself because he just don't know. Then you wonder, why would he stay in this town, this community? Because it has that history, and he's explaining some of the things why he just don't feel a need to leave. There's a lot, but it's entertaining. So we'll see how this works out at the end. So yeah, so the publisher of The Silent Patient reached out to me, asked if I want an arc, so I was very excited. The Maiden. So this is about a man who is believed to be a murderer, and this particular student is on the quest to find out, and he's protected, or he's surrounded by these women who call themselves the Maidens. I don't know. Yeah, these are secret society of female students known as the Maiden. I don't know, guys, but it just sounds like it's gonna be good. I really enjoy The Silent Patient because I think he's an author that does well with psychological thriller. I think because he's a screenwriter, he's able to have these to the point kind of content, where a lot of time with psychological thriller it can drag, it can get a little bit boring, and I think he did a good job. I really enjoyed that book, so I was excited to get the arc of this one comes out June 15. So I'm gonna definitely read it in May, and perhaps record it ahead of time for it to come out, because you know June is Caribbean month. So but we'll definitely give you a take on this. So yeah, alright, so that's it for now, but I gotta do a whole bunch of stuff. My deck is almost done, yay. I just have to pick up some paint tomorrow, so I'll probably take you guys with me. Also decoration and stuff that I'm going to eventually get, but the rain, so I don't know how much work my neighbor's going to be able to do to finish off the paint and stuff, because it rains like every other day. So but we'll see that. I will be doing some poetry stuff in this vlog and try to squeeze in some kind of cooking. Not sure yet, but that's the plan. So yeah. And another one. Hey. I pray for my homies out there. Please God, give them strength. Please God. back in April.
I pray for my homies out there. Please God, give them strength. Please God. I pray. Please God.
Hey guys, so I'm a little tired, but I'm excited because I got some plans from my coworker. She gave me a snippet, so show you what So guys, she gave me a Halloween mug. I think it's a spider plant, so that needs to take a while before I can replant. Put that in soil. Now this one is ready. Guys, look how gorgeous this is. Look how gorgeous. This one is ready. It has roots already. I don't know if you're not gonna be able to see it. I just had to figure out the perfect soil. So I think I'm gonna take a picture and then go to like the store and see, or try to research it and see what's the best soil to put that in. But it's so ready and it's beautiful. And then of course, I already have a few of these, so I'm gonna plant some more of that because I love how they look. For instance, you see how those are like hanging like crazy now. Look how beautiful they're coming down. Like a few times my head bumped against it because now it's like getting lower and I love it. So I want to add that to another area in the house and then I love that it gets sun, but it doesn't need a lot of sun, but it still gets a lot of sun in this area. But yeah, so yeah guys, I'm excited. More plant collection. Oh, I did pick up 3 plants. So this is a new one. It's a couple of succulents family situation. So this one I love. Look how beautiful those leaves are. I saw this and I was like, I have to have it. And then this one, I don't know if I've ever had a plant like this one before, but this one is in a spot where it will be all right, and doesn't need a lot of help. And then over here, I don't know if I'm going to keep this one right here because I'm not sure if I want to give it this much sun, because this area gets a lot of sun because it's right by the window, and let me tell you, it gets a lot of sun, and these babies love it. Don't think she needs that much sun. I think she can do with lower light, so I think I might switch her out for another plant. But yeah. All right guys, so I have about 140 something pages to go, and what I would say, he was definitely inspired by the events of last year in terms of the racial injustice that was happening, because you can see that he was influenced. This is a book that's kind of he packed so much into this story that I felt it was very ambitious, and it's very much like someone who was just basically going to put a piece of himself in a story, because I felt like you can tell him as a black man and certain stereotype and certain struggle of an educated black man to deal with. This is a professor. This is someone who's worked very hard to get where he's going, and to have all of that now being threatened, and what he had to do in order to not to get in trouble. But he's also fortunate because of the storyline surrounding his father and what his father gifted him with when he passed away, and how he's able to benefit already from some of that, but then struggle with himself because of how his birth come. The relationship with his mom and his father is complicated because of the age difference and the fact that he didn't make the right decision by his mother, and but it's a lot. This is a book club book because he packed a lot in this, and it's why it's so long. But right now, where I'm at with the story, I'm on edge because something is going down where his safety is being an issue, and it's just, I'm on edge. This is not no damn romance novel, guys. Let me just tell y'all, it's not a romance novel. There is romance in terms of the relationship he has with this woman, and she's another woman where we don't know her background. He's clueless about who she really is. And as a reader, you clueless because you really want to know who the hell is she really. And now because of money is in the picture, it's even more looking at her sideways like, I don't know about this. But I think because the story's so long, you love the character. Suleman, you understand his character. It's something about his character that I really am liking. But it's a lot of things in this. This is a heavy book. It's definitely not a light book. And he bring up a lot of different topic in this, and he has like a thing on his shoulder, living in an environment that he's constantly being judged and treated poorly because of race, and amongst people, colleagues, that he has the same qualification and don't get the respect. You know, that goes on in this story as well. But I'll give you the rundown. It's yo. I mean, he went out with a bang with this one. And I'm glad he took time to really come up with his story, but have it being relevant. I felt like he also did his research, because a lot of the other books I've read, you can tell he didn't know much about current social things. And in this, he did his research. You could tell he knew about social media a little bit more. He knew about certain kind of music or cultural expectation from a certain age group. He could tell he did his research in this, which I love, because like I said in the past, he's had books where I'm like, no. It felt like an old man trying to become hip. This wasn't it. I think he did a really good job on that. But my God, I didn't expect this at all. He was writing in the middle of all that protest for sure with this one. So alright, I am going to nappy nap, and I want to go hiking today. So I'm hoping I am in the mood in the next couple of hours and go hiking when it warms up. Because guys, you saw I had freaking snow on my car. Snow! This morning. I couldn't believe it. But it's supposed to warm up later. Hopefully. So, yeah guys. Oh, my plants! I'm excited. Yeah. Alright guys. Hey guys, so I'm back to get the wrap up. Before I do that, I said I was going to share one of my poems. So, because of the recent events of my life, the saga of my life, and also, you know, in general, what's going on, this is a poem I wrote back in 2017, and I am definitely, I just lost something, definitely feel the same way about certain things. So, you know, the Superman kind of deal. It's called Comfort. So it says, comfort is my kryptonite. The same walk, the same speech, the same touch keeps me at peace. I don't ask for more because I am content. Not pleasurable, not overjoyed, but content because this is easy. I don't push myself to see beyond that wall in front of me. I am standing on the ground. I know for certain I can do the same walk, the same speech, the same touch. Then comfort was removed, and I had to climb that wall, hoping for the same walk, the same touch, the same speech. Yeah, so that is one of my poems. I typically write poems and I have a story behind it, so there is a story behind it, and I will leave the link to that blog post that I did years ago in the description so you can check it out. So we are going to talk about Eric Jerome Dickey, the son of Mr. Suleman. I was very surprised in a positive way, because this was surprisingly really good. I think this is the way he should be. You know, it's written over 29 books. And he is an author that takes chances, and there's hit and misses. So for him, you don't know what you're going to get, but at the same time, because he was not well, he was ill, and I was intrigued to see where his mindset was, how he was going to come out with his last book, and I believe it's his last book. Well, you know, you never know with authors. They will always have books that they just never publish, just sitting there. Who knows? But this, you can tell, was written last year in the height of all the protests and the racial injustice that was going on. But he did it in a way with this story where it is heavily influenced by that. There is a lot of talk of that, because this is about a black man, an educated black man with that's a professor who is being discriminated against on the daily, who is being blackmailed by another professor who is a white woman, happens to be married to a very influential judge in the community. And she knows her power, and she's abusing her power, and have him in a position where he's being sexually assaulted, and he is, you know, having to deal with that amongst other things. Then his father, who has never been in the picture, his father who he looks at in a very negative way, reached out, eventually passed away as he was very ill. But he left him with something that he had to deal with, something that eventually benefited him, but also stripped his identity in a lot of ways. He has to come full circle with his feelings and things that has molded him and make him the man he is today. All that is happening, and there's this woman that he doesn't know her real name. He's called her a name that is, you can tell it was very much like that. It just does not sound like a real name to me. That's how I took it immediately. I'm like, that is not her name. But he was so, he needed that. He needed her to give him what he wasn't getting, as far as feeling loved, feeling special, feeling needed, feeling wanted and sexually satisfied in a way that is not assault, you know, like he was dealing with the other woman. But as the story goes on, and you realize that both characters are dealing with similar things in terms of daddy issue. In terms of daddy issue, that is a reflection of their identity, of who they are in some ways. And race become a big deal in this because she is biracial. She's raised by a white mother, and her father, who is black, she doesn't have positive image of him. So you see where her identity struggles with that, how she doesn't want to be labeled as a black woman in that situation, even though if you looked at her, she is representing a black woman. Now you have him as a black man trying to hold on to his dignity, trying to fight for his right, trying to not, you know, let others win, and ruin his life, and she's not understanding. So there's a clash there, but they're still learning from each other in certain ways that you didn't expect, as the story goes on. Now, I like this. It is not a romance. I think they put it as a romance because hearts was involved, but I think it's more, it's hard to really tell the category I will put this book in, but it's really, if you're going in there thinking it's a romance, it's really not. Now, what I would say is, you are on edge at a certain point in this book because his life is now threatened, because he found a way to get himself out of the blackmail that was happening because of this woman. And it comes with consequence, and he's, you know, have weapons, and you seeing that it's like a stalking situation happening, people watching him, people are following him. He has no idea what's going on, but he's scared because he knows there's, you know, that his life might be over. But he's not going to go out like that. He's going to go out fighting. So you are on edge because you don't know what's going to happen. But I would tell you this, Eric Jerome Dickey wrote the hell out of the ending of this book, because the twist and the turn and the things that he did, I did not expect at all. It was completely a surprise for me, and I was just like, what? It ended how I wanted to end. I enjoyed the ending. I thought it was, you know, there's that heartbreaking part of it, but it was necessary. I was like, yes, yep. You know, I was rooting for him. Now, Pi Suleman is a character that is, you just want to root for him. You understand his struggle, even when you might feel a little frustrated because there are times when he didn't know how to let go. There's things that happen and he just react because he's always having to defend himself, that he doesn't know when to kind of wheel it back a little bit, like it's like relax. He didn't know how to do that because he was always on edge because of what was happening to him. So you understand that. So he's sometimes come off as the angry black man. The things that's happening to him, a normal person would be angry too. So overall, read this book. It is worth all 540 something pages for this arc that I got, but I think the finished copy is about $550 or something like that. I want a finished copy of this. I think this is one of the ones that is going to go right up here with the rest of his books that I have. I own quite a few of his books. He did good. He did really good, and it is worth reading. I think, like I said earlier, he did some research because I felt like this was not the typical old man trying to be hip. I think he really was trying to do research in terms of social media and present times, things that someone would say or react to, that I think was done well in this. I enjoyed this a lot, and I am definitely a little saddened, you know, that he's no longer with us, but he definitely left a memorable book. This is a memorable book for sure, and one of the best books I've read so far this year. I definitely never gonna forget this book. There's so much in this book that is so relevant. If you are a part of a book club, this is a perfect book for a book club because there's so much things you can discuss in this book, and it is a book that you will have things that you agree with, things you might not agree with, but it's a conversation piece that is necessary, and you know, I recommend. So yeah guys, as you can tell, it's a yes. So thanks for watching guys. I am going to, next video probably gonna be some hauls because I picked up some classics, and some of these classics were hard to find guys, but they're coming in, they're trickling in. And yeah, and also I made these, so yeah guys, this is still happening. This is still happening. And I am still making jewelry and doing all these other DIY stuff, but yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.